When I became mayor...
When Mike Bloomberg stepped into office, elected officials were limited to serving 2 four-year terms. New York's richest man is now vying to stay at the helm for 12 years after city lawmakers decided to extend the term limits. Here, too, it was the politicians, not a people's referendum, which changed the law of the land. But if a government by the people ignores the people, many wonder if here, democracy is becoming hypocrisy. Marina Portnaya, RT, New York.
So, there's a little bit of 9/11 Zen for you. Let's go on to some interesting news. Why? Because they're getting you ready for this pandemic hype. I thought this was interesting. Mutated polio from vaccine spreading in Africa. A mutation from a live polio vaccine is stalking Nigeria. In a strange twist of logic, experts are claiming that the mutated, is passed through non-immunized children. So you give a child live polio vaccine, it mutates in their body, becomes more virulent, and then other people get sick and die, and they get paralyzed. Remember polio? And this is from your vaccine makers. It's rather interesting because they all think they're doing good things. This, I'm sure, is for the children. The one thing I loved was, anyone who has been vaccinated within 3 days is contagious. They even say this. This is the World Health Organization who did it with the Rotarians. That's right, push that polio vaccine on people. But the important thing was it was live polio vaccine. That's what was important. It's one thing when they say, gee, it's attenuated. That doesn't mean dead. That doesn't mean killed, so you can build antibodies. And the thing is, this is what gets me. These risks, though they were considered acceptable in vaccinating Africans, though they have been long deemed unacceptable for Americans and other first world nations. Why this is important is, think about it. Are we being lied to? And the reason I say that, why is the virus, would choose to mutate in non-vaccinated rather than vaccinated children is unexplained. Even odder is why weakened virus would pass through the vaccinated children. If the purpose of the live attenuated vaccination is to force the body to develop antibodies to the virus, then why would live viruses be excreted? Shouldn't they be killed by the newly developed antibodies? Are you being lied to? This sounds much like the argument that blames non-vaccination people, for diseases. In those who've submitted to inoculations. If vaccines are effective, then why would the vaccinated be at risk by the unvaccinated? So anyway, that's happening now in Nigeria because they gave them live polio viruses. Well, let's go to America. Where are we getting? Everybody's getting the swine flu vaccine. You saw the drive-thru. Well, here's a little news, and here's a little picture. Should have got you the picture for the other one. But anyway, the H1N1 flu mist vaccine equals spraying live swine flu up your nose. That's exactly what they're doing. What most Americans don't realize is that these early batches of H1N1 swine flu vaccine are all of the nasal spray variety. They contain live swine flu. So think of it. Here's your little baby, here's your little child, here's your kid. Hold on, Johnny. Shh. Let me put the thing I don't want you to get, swine flu, up your nose. Live. Gotta love that one. I hope you're real trusting. I hope you're the trusting parent. You think it's the greatest idea. Because what? It's going to mutate in them and then they're going to cough because they're going to be contagious for so many days? Oh, it gives me a break, Anyway, so when you take the swine flu mist, you are letting them spray live swine flu up your nose. Live swine flu. I'm not kidding. That's what it says. If you are trying to avoid the swine flu, do you really think it's a good idea to have the stuff injected into your body, in your nose? Quite a few experts are expressing concern about the safety of flu mist, and the number of U.S. hospitals are actively rejecting the nasal spray stuff, the nasal spray vaccine. In particular, several Denver area hospitals have announced they will not be using flu mist, swine flu vaccine, because they don't want to endanger their patients. Now remember, the word pandemic. Outbreak, pandemic, outbreak, pandemic. That's what they've been selling you, that media, for months. Should I even go into it more? I mean, how much? When will you ask questions? What happened to the Americans that thought, that asked questions, analytical thinking, All right, here we go. This is the last one, and with it I'm going to give you a little trailer after this, but this is government propaganda to infest network TV shows. Get ready for this, because October 19th to 25th, whether we air this even afterwards, maybe you'll remember the shows, Obama to control television brainwashing will be organically woven into the plots and storylines all next week. Okay? An insidious brainwashing program set to be launched next week will organically weave the government's political propaganda into primetime network television shows with positive talking points about Obama's environmental, bailout, healthcare, and servitude agenda. Isn't that interesting? He just wanted to talk to the kids. Now he's in your TV shows. I'll go over the list of shows. They'll be blending this in, weaving it in for you, okay? Seamlessly integrated in the contents and dramas and reality shows from ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC. I mean, All My Children, America's Finest Videos, Brothers and Sisters, Castle Cougar. Castle Cougar, that's going to be a good show. Desperate Housewives, another great show, okay? Oh, gosh, you know. Good Morning America General Hospital, Frank Kimmel, okay? One Life to Live, Private Practice. How about CBS Cold Case, Criminal Minds, CSI, blah, blah, blah. Unmarried Ghost, okay? America's Most Wanted, Bones, Brothers, Cops, okay? So You Think You Can Dance. These are the shows they're going to spin this stuff into, okay? 30 Rock with NBC, Access Hollywood, Community, okay? Oh, gosh. The Biggest Loser, The Office. So they're going to blend all this stuff in. And it wasn't it, and he died shortly after he said this, but wasn't it our CIA director, Colby? Take a look at it, you know, look it up. Here's some homework that said, here's his quote, "There's no one in the major media that we don't control." Now here's the director of the CIA telling you that the major media in America is controlled by the CIA. But meanwhile, it comes out, and if you want to know who this was the Entertainment Industry Foundation. And they're going to kick it off with a New York piece. So here's two things. One is I want you to see the end of the I Promise commercial, okay, where you can get Ashton Kutcher and that gal or whatever, girlfriend of his, saying, "I'll serve the president." What are they, you know, slaves? And the last bit, here's a little bit on mind control. So bang, bang, okay? Hope you enjoy it.
I pledge
to be a servant to our president.
I pledge
To be a servant to our president.
I pledge
To be a servant to our president.
I pledge to be of service to Barack Obama.
I pledge to go to usaservice.org
and find a service project that I am passionate about.
To care for America's elderly.
To make sure that senior citizens have access to health care.
I pledge to be of service to Barack Obama.
To be the change.
I pledge
To be a servant to our president.
To be more green.
To be the change.
To continue working with UNICEF to make this world a better place for all of our children.
I pledge
To be a servant to our president.
Most people still today think that all entertainment to do with movies, drama, is therefore nothing more than their entertainment. It never, ever was that case.
Throughout history, social engineers have refined techniques designed to control large populations.
It is bringing entertainment to thousands of people, right in the comfort of our own homes.
You're actually in an alpha state, being completely downloaded with new ideas.
A cult of personality can be manufactured to influence the masses.
Nobody will question what he's doing. They'll be so preoccupied with where he is or what he's wearing.
Yes, we can.
The idea of making him into a celebrity.
Eventually, he said, they will expect the media to do all their thinking and reasoning for them. That's happened today.
The scientific dictatorship understands what makes human beings tick, and they're using it against us.
These cells are scanned by a stream of electrons, completing 30 pictures a second.
It's hard for people like that to take a serious interest in what their elected officials are doing. They've been programmed.
It's Obama's role to front for the international banking syndicate.
Barack Obama is a puppet of the New World Order.
Is this some sort of New World Order?
The New World Order is emerging.
For the first time in history, we really have this new form of an empire.
The average man and woman is in a trance. They get home from work, they don't even talk to their children. They turn the television on, and they let those corporate messages set the agenda in their lives.
You got time to watch baseball. You got time to entertain yourself. But a knowledgeable public we're losing.
Kill your television, or at least turn it off a few hours a day. The children aren't even playing in your front yards anymore.
We don't want to live under a world government of the corporations, by the corporations, and for the corporations.
Fall of the Republic. Volume 1, The Presidency of Barack Obama. Obama is the latest version of 21st century mass mind control.
So, do you promise to serve? And by the way, mind control, is it anything new? That was trailer 2, by the way, from Fall of the Republic, which will be airing for you viewers here in Sharon, Massachusetts on the Real Story Late Night Movie.